Alright, y'all, we got Strobe IW in the house to get an interview popping. You know what I mean? So let's sit down with the God and do what it do.
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Everything's good,
Good
man.
to see you, man. Good to see you.
Yes,
Absolutely, as always. Aural Essex in the building, yo.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? IW. You know what I'm saying? We about to interview
ALA.
Strobe. So, who are you, man? Who are you?
Strobe. IW. MC, producer extraordinaire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dorchester representative.
So this is the beat you made right here?
Yes, indeed.
Alright, word. So, I just wanted to kick it with you about hip hop real quick, man. So I just wanted to know, like, your name is Strobe, you're a producer. Where you from?
From Dorchester, man. Cobham Square. Columbia Road area after that. But, you know, it's all Dorchester. It's all Boston, you know what I mean?
Boston, Dorchester, represent all the
Mattapan. I lived in
Bostonians.
Roxbury too. Big up to Mattapan, Hyde Park, you know, it's all the same.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. So, yo, man, I was politicking earlier, man, and I was thinking about some of the origins, man, of hip hop and my influences and stuff like that, man. I want to know, man, who's your biggest influence, or what are some of your biggest influence on this music tip?
Pete Rock, DJ Premier, Jay Dilla, of course. There's a lot of heads, man. DJ Quick, Dr. Dre. Who else do I like? Some of my influences. There's many of them. Like, let me think. Who else I like? Organized Noise, Lord Finesse, DJ Marley Marl. First and foremost, you know, for like I'm introducing a lot of things to the game, like chopping up stuff into like
Bringing it back.
booms and baps and hi-hats and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he invented a lot of stuff, so I gotta say him too, most definitely him. It's a lot though.
So fair to say you more of the boom bap era, the lyrical era.
But then again, at the same time, Quincy Jones, you feel? I like, you know what I'm saying?
Some real inspiration.
Yeah, so.
Okay. You got it. That was listen, youngins out there, know your history. Obviously, this man does. All right, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, yo, you're from Boston.
Yes.
Who have you worked with?
I work with you. This is my partner right here, Brian. You know what I'm saying? I work with Rex, Mr. Keep It G, Tanye.
Okay.
Who else I work with? I work with a lot of heads from Boston. Who else I work with? Latrell James. We work with him.
Yeah, man.
Just to name a few. You know what I mean?
You worked with. Who have you produced for?
Who I produced for?
Yeah.
Strobe Essex, obviously. Oh yeah, I work with Edo G too.
Okay.
Him.
Edo G is a Boston legend.
We did a joint with him. We did a joint with Sean Price, Jigsy King.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying?
Woo! Rest in peace, Sean Price.
Yes, indeed.
That's a big deal right there.
Who else? Who have I? Oh yeah, my man, the Grime Crusaders, Buzz and Dre. They got a real like flavor that like works with what I do. You know what I mean? Like that real like hip hop kind of like having fun kind of vibe, like that De La Soul and Tribe Called Quest used to bring.
Okay.
So I like that kind of stuff. So I work with them for that right there. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful, man. There's a lot of dope MCs from Boston, man. I'm glad you're getting it in with a lot of these cats, man. You know, I feel like the landscape is getting better and better as the years go by, as the summers go by. There's a lot of dope MCs coming out of Boston, and man, salute to you and all the cats you just mentioned, man. You know what I'm saying?
The O-Fats, I work with O-Fats too.
Okay. Big up O-Fats.
Piece of O-Fats, you know what I mean?
Alright, word, man. So, now that you told me about some cats you work with, right? Everybody in the game, I feel like, has like a dream project or a dream artist they would love to work with. So let's talk about that real quick. Who would you tonight, if you could hook up with them tonight and do a jam, who would it be, or what group, or
one person?
It don't have to be one person. It could be a group, or what's your
producer or an artist?
It could be a producer, artist, whoever you want to work with.
I mean, like 3 people that I probably would want to work with. well, there's more than this, but Kendrick Lamar,
All right, Kendrick.
MF Doom,
Woo.
Dr. Dre.
All right.
But I also want to work with like Madlib or at least you know, because I like that kind of energy right there, like.
Yeah, man.
Maybe a Lupe Fiasco or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Big up Chicago.
Yes, indeed.
Haha. Word, man. Cause me, I'm an MC. You know what I'm saying? I dabble in the beats, but I know you're like a beat wizard at this point. Like you go in and you put you're all into it, man. You're all into it. So, who's your favorite producer?
My favorite producer is Jay Dilla.
Jay Dilla.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Jay Dilla. Now, how'd you get introduced to Jay Dilla?
Well, it was kind of strange because when Farside came out with Lab Cab in California, I was into like reading the inside of the booklets and seeing who, not, you know what I mean, the cover, the inside, and like reading. This is before I made beats. It's kind of like I got introduced twice to Jay Dilla because, like, when Lab Cab in California came out, I was into like reading like credits, and there was a few beats on that CD that stuck out from the rest, and I was like, yo, who made that? So I used to like open up the CD and like read the credits, and it was like JD, and I was like, who is this guy? I don't know, but it's dope. And then like a few years later, I remember Q-Tip having a song, do 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 do, and it was like JD was in it, JD, and I'm like, yo, who's JD? Who's this cat right here? Like, is he in Tribe, or like where did he come from? Where did he find this dude? Come to find out, that was the same dude from the Lab Cab in California CD.
Okay.
So then at that point, I'm like, all right, this JD dude, right? That shit's dope. The beat's crazy. Then like after like a little after 2000, then it was like Jay Dilla. I'm like, whoever this Jay Dilla dude is dope as hell. And I was like a fiend for that shit. And then I figured out, hold the wait up, JD is Jay Dilla. And it was like, yo, I've been on this shit, but didn't really know. And then it was like, yo, man, this dude is the fucking illest right here.
Like a rediscovery.
Yeah, it was like a rediscovery. Like, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because to me, Jay Dilla was a hell of an MC. Too.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't.
Yeah. I just his flow was crazy too, because it was like, just like it was more like a vibe type of thing. Like same thing with the beats. Like, because with the beats, it was like you didn't really need somebody to rap on it. I could just listen to it, and I don't really know many producers like that. Like, you know what I mean? It was just like the energy, like, and the same thing with the rhymes. It's not like I don't know. I kind of liked his shit a little bit better. It was just that hip hop, like certain. I don't know what it was, man. I really can't explain it. Like when he does stuff like you can't stop, you can't quit. Like that little hip hop, little like energy right there. Like that's the type of stuff that I love. Like that's there, dope. Like you know what I mean.
That's dope. What's your favorite or best? And this is so hard. This is the toughest question of the night, I think. The best, in your opinion, or favorite hip-hop album in your eyes?
Oh, I don't know, man. I can't really narrow it down to one.
You want to top 5 it?
I don't even know if I can do that. I can name a few that I like a lot, though.
Okay. Let's do
that. Nas, Illmatic.
Okay. Illmatic number 1.
I'm not gonna say it's number 1, but I'm just gonna say
Illmatic in the
top,
conversation.
High up in the conversation.
In the conversation.
Probably top 3, but it's kind of hard to me, like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I like A Tribe Called Quest, The Low End Theory is one of my favorite ones too. Then I like Mobb Deep, The Infamous. That's one of my favorite ones. Well, I like Diamond D, Stunts, Blunts, and Hip Hop.
Whoa. You're the first person, and maybe the last person that I've seen that owns that album.
Yo, that's one of my...
You introduced me to that album.
Man, that album is like... It's like it doesn't matter how old it gets, I can turn it on and it still feels like the day that it came out. Like,
shout out to Diamond D.
Yes, sir.
We just put out a new track recently, and it was dope.
Yeah, Diamond's one of my favorite producers too, man. He's a beast. Definitely.
Man, so you said Illmatic, Stunts, Blunts, and Hip Hop. What was another one you said?
Low End Theory.
Low End Theory. Mobb Deep, The Infamous. That's a good starting lineup.
To
Right
Pimp
there.
a Butterfly.
Whoa. You can get, yes.
Do You Want More? I mean, come on.
Go back,
I mean,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's hard. Or
In the
Criminal
years-
Minded.
Criminal Minded.
It's just too many, man.
What made you want to get into hip hop? How'd you start? What's your first introduction? Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the stage. You know, they just don't care. The Message, Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious Five. Melly Mel. There it
Who
was.
played it for you? Who played it for you?
I don't even know. I remember like being like a little kid, remembering that song like Extra Small. That was like the first song that I probably memorized or knew some of the lyrics, and me and my god brother Norm used to recite it back and forth like when we was like very young. So it was like that. Lottie Dottie was another one, like another one of the joints that I like used to say over and over back in the days, even though I probably shouldn't have, because it was like, and with your wrinkle pussy, like I probably would have got smacked by my mom, but I still knew it though, you know what I mean?
The other day, I had a thought about me and Strobe at a bar, and some chick was talking to me, and I said, and he said,
I can't be a lover.
Yo, I don't know.
Where's that voice coming from?
From nowhere? Okay. We just proved
De La Soul is my favorite group.
We just
Let me say that too right there. De La Soul is my favorite group.
We just proved we're big hip hop nerds. All right. I also know that you dabble in graffiti. How did you get started with that?
Shout out to T-Joe, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the dudes who I don't really, how did I get into it? Because I used to draw at first, just draw like little cartoons like Garfield and like Goofy and little shit like that. And then I seen like, shout out to T-Joe, like I said before, Step. We was over on my man Eric's house on Colonial Ave, and he just showed me a little bit of what he was doing. I was like, damn, I knew T-Joe before that. I didn't know. Matter of fact, I knew T-Joe for a while. I didn't know that he was Step, but I used to always see the Then when I seen him actually do a piece, I was like, oh, yeah. And then he, like, amped me up with that. Like, he got me going with that. T-Joe got me going with that.
T-Joe writes
Step.
Yes. Okay. Word. So, you got into it with Step, and then what made you keep going? Because you still dabble, right? A little bit. What made you keep going? Because a lot of cats don't write no more.
What made me keep going was like meeting people like Dean, Quest, ALA cats, you know what I mean? Like the older cats, the dudes who were a little bit older than me that I like looked up to, and I saw their tags and wondered who they was, and like finally meeting them like was a good way to keep me going with it, you know what I mean? And I think like the biggest turning point to me in doing like drawing letters and doing stuff like that is meeting Click. Like that Click is like the illest like graffiti teacher that I've ever met in my life, because when I first met the man, like within one day he switched my whole, he told me do something and I did something. He said, this is what you need to do. Boom, boom, boom. Just based on what I did, like a true mentor does. He looks at what you does and then he applies his knowledge to your situation, and that's what he did. And like, he's like a master. He is a master.
Shout out to Click. Click One. Oh my goodness, we get into some real deep stuff right here. This is a deep cut right here. Shout out to Strobe IW in the house.
Peace.
With Aural Essex. I got two more questions for you, then we're gonna wrap this up. All right, my dude. You have a lot of songs that you've done over the years, collabos, solo joints, R&B joints, reggae joints. So, the first of the last two questions is, what's the song you regret the most?
I don't regret any song.
You don't?
No.
Nice.
Because even if I did something that I thought maybe I didn't like it or whatever, I mean, it's about the journey to me, so I don't really regret any music that I made, you know what I mean?
Okay. I respect that answer.
Even if I like made something that I thought was shitty, I could learn off of that. I knew it was shitty and know how to progress from there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, or maybe only I thought it was shitty. I might have played it for somebody else and they loved it. So, you know, it is what it is, you know?
Alright. I respect that. I respect that. Okay, okay. And with that said, the opposite. What song or collaboration or production are you most proud of?
Fresh, Who Could Be. I like Who Could Be.
Who Could Be?
You know what I mean?
Who Could Be? Okay, okay.
Then
okay.
I like my song I did with my girl emcee because it kind of made me step out the box a little bit.
And emcee is an artist from where?
From Boston.
And that's your girl?
Yes, indeed.
That's what's up. Tell us a little bit about emcee. What's she doing?
You know, she making music.
There you go. There you go.
She made that song That Life, and I like that a lot because it made me. It's like I didn't.
That is a banger.
And then the other joint with Amandi, I'm feeling that right there.
Oh,
you know
Amandi music, yeah, man.
Shout out to him, cuz. Shout out to you, man.
Word. All right. So I think we're gonna wrap this thing up. Yo, it's been Strobe, IW, at Aural Essex Studio. You know what I'm saying? You know, full disclaimer, we are partners. I know this nigga forever, so you know what I'm saying. It ain't like we trying to pull the wool over your eyes. But he's the first interview, and we're gonna get more interviews popping in this series. So, tell them where they can find you at, baby.
Strobe IW on Twitter, at Strobe IW on Instagram. It's both the same. Kenneth Bellinger on Facebook. And there you go. On SoundCloud, I'm Strobe IW too. You can find me on that, you know. Find me everywhere. I'm still on MySpace.
Alright, man. Any last words?
Nah, I mean, peace to y'all, man. Peace to everybody. Peace to the whole world. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my moms, my family, my aunts, my uncle. Peace to everybody. Money Train, you know what I'm saying? IWALA. Peace to Ma Dukes. Jay Dilla's mom and Tony and his
brat.
Yes indeed. Nomadic, Soulcore.
Brat.